What's up, y'all? This is Lee Majors again. I wanted to my bad. But what's up, everybody? This is Lee Majors. I wanted to talk tonight about accountability and what it is to be dependable. You got a lot of motherfuckers out there that's not reliable and dependable. Niggas want to be bosses and want to be the head of their own shit and running their own outfit and shit. What I mean by head of running their own outfit, meaning they want to have their own clique and their own crew and be the king, quote unquote, whatever king is. They want to run a crew. They want to have their own, they want to be the ones, that sit at whatever, top of the throne and give orders when they themselves have not worked from the ground up and don't know what it is to sacrifice. First, I would like to start and talk about what it is to be a boss for you motherfuckers out there. All right? So many niggas want to be a boss, but don't know what it is that bosses have to go through and what it is for shit that have to be sacrificed, and how you have to make sure that you watch out for everybody else that's in your squad and that's in your clique before you even look after your own ass. And people still, people still don't understand. I've worked with a lot of people in my day, and you got a lot of ungrateful ass niggas out there, that don't know shit, They got to get everything snatched from them before they start to realize and find out that it doesn't pay to be a motherfucking asshole. That teamwork works best. You can't make it out here, for one, by yourself. You just can't. When lions run in packs, they run in packs. That's why it's called the pride. You know what I'm saying? You have a whole team that hunts, that feeds the whole motherfucking pride. Yeah, you have the king lion, but even still then, he needs help. Because if he come up against an adversary, they all have to fight together. He's there for the extra, suppressing muscle, but he's the governor. He's the first and last line of defense. People don't understand that if you're gonna be in a position where you wanna call shots, you have to be willing to stand up and to take hits and be accountable for your team. And to keeping things running. How the hell you gonna be a boss and use a selfish motherfucker? And certain niggas know who I'm talking about. You a selfish motherfucker. How you gonna run anything when you a tight ass? When you building a business or something, you can't be cheap. Ain't no such thing as a no-risk situation. Y'all people have to know that there's no such thing as a no-risk situation. You understand what I'm saying? Every situation is going to have a certain amount of risk, no matter what. The only thing that you can do is prep to make sure that your chances of success will be at a high rate through your preparation and rehearsal, as far as whatever that may be. But a lot of the times niggas don't want to spend their own money. They're damn for sure take your money though. I done experienced that. Nigga done told me, yeah, I don't like you, but I like your money. Remember that nigga? It's a goddamn shame. Goddamn shame. Karma has a way of coming back hitting motherfuckers. And this is why certain motherfuckers don't deserve to be able to govern hundreds of thousands of dollars. It is a responsibility to govern that kind of money because you can end up making lives or breaking lives or even hurting yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, man. You make $1,500 and you smoke $1,100 of your money up. What type of shit is that? You got niggas, out here that just take shit for a joke and then want to come crying to you, you know what I'm saying, when they broke and shit like that. Or when shit about to get ill. They ain't putting nothing away or nothing. But like I said, as a boss, as a captain of your team, as the person that has to take the responsibility with paying people when you run in business, you have to make sure that all your employees are paid, especially if you are independent. You have to make sure that whoever you got contracted out, that they get paid and that they're making their money and everything like that. You have to make sure that all the bridges that you got connections to, that they are compensated for what they need and shit like that. Then you have to pre-think on problems that may arise. You have to put away an emergency fund. You have to run your shit like a Fortune 500 company. And this is for the person that's at the head, because he's the governor. He has to make sure that everything is organized and that he has to pay attention to what the rest of the team don't have to pay attention to. As far as taking care of their well-being, you gotta make sure that the count of the money is correct. You gotta make sure, that the lines of communication is correct, going up and down the chain of command and shit like that. Now, for those who wants to be in that position or whatever, you have to take care of all of this shit. You have to be, because if you want people to work for you, you have to be willing to do the same shit that you got them doing for you. You got to be like Henry V. You got to be on the front line with your motherfucking men. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be able to do that. If a nigga put up 12,000, you got to be able to put up 12,000. You got to be able to put money into your people. There's niggas who I know that want to get something for nothing, that don't want to put money into themselves, but will gladly take your money. They don't want to do that. They don't want to take the motherfucking risk. And it's a crying shame. You got motherfuckers out there that's blessed with a whole lot of shit, but don't even know what the fuck they doing with it. And it's a crying shame. It's a definite crying shame. And these are the people that could be, making a situation better. These are the people who I just think sometimes God just bless people in a certain situations so you can see how dumb they are and how not to be. You know what I'm saying? You have to be accountable. Everybody has to be accountable for their shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't be a mama's boy all your life. Eventually, you got to get out here and you got to dig and grind hard to do what you need to do. And I'm speaking in general to any and everybody out there, that want to be in this position. Me, I own my little small cleaning business and shit like that, and I got some other business ventures going on. I'm a self-made man, I'm accountable. I'm accountable for every fucking thing and every fucking dime that I make. If I don't get the fuck up and work, won't no money get made. I don't have no cushion, to fall back on. I got things in place just in case if anything happened and shit like that, far as investments and shit, but I don't have, the luxury of sitting on my ass and being able to sit in the house all motherfucking day long and scratch my ass and shit like that. No, if we don't move, we don't motherfucking eat. I pay for everything out of my motherfucking pocket or whatever, and I manage my money well, as far as making sure that the basic necessities and shit is paid for, far as rent, food, lights, supplies, shit that we need to survive, instead of being motherfucking wanting to be comfortable and shit like that, that shit. And I'm sorry for cussing a whole lot, y'all, because while I'm talking about this, it takes me back down through memory lane with some of my other partners. How much money that they don't waste. I done seen niggas waste enough money and smoke up enough money to whiz, though they could have had 2-3 cars or 2-3 houses. You know what I'm saying? And, would justify why the fuck that they do what they do. But let them tell it they the tightest motherfuckers in the world. How you gonna be tight and you can't even manage a few $100s and you wanna make hundreds of thousands of dollars and then you wanna tell a crew of niggas what to do and you yourself don't go by your own motherfucking prime example. you know, one thing about, you know, accountability, right? When I was in College Park and I was, you know, when I was up, and I'll tell you the definition of when I was up, when I was getting money real heavy in that town, in College Park, down there by Maryland University, you know, I took my hits, I took my losses, I took a nice big ass loss. You know, I made money, I made hundreds of thousands, man, but I lost a lot looking out for other people. But one of the key things was, even though I took a hit, I always put something away for recovery. You know what I'm saying? You're always supposed to do that. You know, you're always supposed to have an extra parachute, you know, to catch you, so that way that you can rebuild. But that was just a good ass lesson. You know, College Park was a lot training ground. I met a lot of good people down there, you know, made money down there, you know, working at Cluck U and the restaurants and selling the CDs and doing the hip hop shit, and, you know what I'm saying, had very other different things going on down there, and working at Santa Fe Cafe. And that, you know, I look back at that time and I'm like, yo, you know, a man did the best that he could do as far as that is concerned. I think my punishment was that I helped a lot of people that didn't deserve it. You know, and in the end, you know, when I lost everything, you know, inflation went up at the time. Then the country was going into an economical crisis and shit, and, you know, everything went up. I ended up having to move back home with moms. You know what I'm saying? It was just a fucked up ass time. But, you know, the only one that was there was my sister. The only one that was there was my sister. You know what I'm saying? Now I look back at it, you know, it was a great, good lesson, you know what I'm saying, as far as that time was concerned. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I took the hit. I took the hit. I ain't blaming that shit on nobody else. I was like $70,000 in the motherfucking hole. I cut up all my fucking credit cards. My company limit was overdue. I mean, the company that I was working with, the store had went under. I left with like $96 in my pocket. But what motherfuckers didn't know is that I was, you know, I saved up emergency money. In my emergency funds, I was, you know, I had a nice lump sum, like $30,000, that I had put away. But that $30,000, actually it was $35,000. That $35,000 was my recovery. Cause I knew, you know, as far as doing shit military style, I knew that I was gonna have to need some, you know, you always have to have a backup. So I still put it like I was broke, but that money came in handy, because after that I had to break that shit down and live off that money, like $10,000 a year. I had lost my job and shit like that. I had to live off of that, plus I had my unemployment benefits, so I combined the two together and just created my own paycheck. I paid myself like $610 a month. But I had to function off that $610 a month. Me being a single male, that's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? I just looked at different ways that I had to internalize, and I had to, you know, make sure that I maximize the use of $610. So a lot of shit I did myself, you know what I'm saying? But that $610 had lasted me for at least 4 consecutive years until I was able to get another job, double up, you know, take that money and start paying on my debt down. I paid my debt down in 4.5 fucking years. You understand what I'm saying? Now I don't owe nobody shit. I ain't with no banks. I don't fuck with banks. You know what I'm saying? I don't owe nobody nothing. I get 100% on my money. But I had to go through that. So, you know, you go through things in life and you have to be held accountable for the things that happen. Because, you know, through that process, we all still make decisions and shit like that. And, you know, you take hits. And that's what bosses do. Bosses take hits. I put a lot of money into a lot of people. That shit didn't, the love I gave didn't account for shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if it did, I would be hearing from them people right now. But, you know, you in people's lives for a certain amount of time for whatever reason. But anyway, and I can look dead in the camera and let you know that Lee Majors, niggas know who the fuck I am, you know what I'm saying, that I myself kept that shit real. I kept that shit 100% pure Tropicana orange juice with motherfuckers, young. I done helped niggas get through college, you know what I'm saying, done fed motherfuckers and shit like that, done provided jobs for niggas and shit, did all that shit when I was on, you know what I'm saying, when I had the money to do it. But that's what bosses do. And being as though, you know, I tried everything to keep everything up, it was a lot of evil ass forces that was working against me. Cause they hate to see a nigga, you know what I'm saying, do something good. Everybody, you know, when you up, it's kind of crazy, yo. Everybody wanna be in your position. I started from the fucking floor up and got knocked down back again and got back up again. That's what real motherfucking generals do. I earned my motherfucking stripes, nigga. I earned that shit from the bottom up. From the bottom up. Straight up, from the bottom up. Every fucking dollar that I ever fucking worked for, that I ever hustled for, I earned that shit. I ain't take that shit. I ain't kiss no ass. I ain't no dick. I ain't do none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like some other niggas out here do. I ain't live off the government or none of that. All the money that I got, I work for. Unlike some of these other bitch-made, punk-ass, whore-ass niggas out here, yo. Straight up and down. This shit is fucking ridiculous. You niggas is straight fucking whores. You got, if you want to be a boss, you got to sit down and put up your own motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying? Dame Dash couldn't have said that shit better. Put up your own motherfucking money. Every day I get out here and hump, work, and do what a man got to do. I ain't got no time for that bullshit. Niggas crying like bitches and shit. Straight up and down. All I ever wanted was for niggas to come together and do what we do best. Was for cats to come together and do what we do best. And when I was in College Park, and I revert back to College Park because I remember specifically the type of system that I had running out there. I mean, it was lovely. It was a fucking utopia. You ain't had to go nowhere for shit. We had shit down there locked the fuck down. You understand what I'm saying? Anything you wanted. Music, entertainment, and all kinds of other shit too. But you ain't had to go nowhere. None of that. And you know, when cats see a good thing, you know, you really don't miss that shit until it's gone. And then in memory, you'll see that shit. But we all have to be held accountable with how the way that we manage our resources and shit like that. I mean, it's definitely important, man. You know, we all have to be accountable. You know, we definitely have to be accountable for how we manage our resources and what the fuck we be doing, you know, because when the time come to get yourself out of a situation or to handle some shit, we have to be able to do that. And if we're not capable of doing that, then we have to ask ourselves. We are the ones that constantly make the decisions, you know, whether or determine or not whether we're going to be able to survive, you know what I'm saying, or not. So let me tell you, after that whole shit went, and I ended up having to move back in with mom, and she was like, boy, you dumping money into a situation that you not, you know what I'm saying, to fix. And I was like, well, fuck it. She was like, come on back home, shit. And, you know, till you get back up on your feet. So that's what the fuck I did. I went home, stayed with her for about a good, maybe 4 or 5 years, paid her rent. Because a man has to pay for where he stay at. But the whole time I was building, I ran holes in my motherfucking shoes. I did everything. I did from cooking, cleaning, sweeping, doing bodyguard work, protecting motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, doing all kinds of odd and end jobs and shit like that. You know, working on, that's when I started working on building my own little business and shit. I started, you know what I'm saying, doing that. Stuff started to get a lot easier. I was paying down my debt. I was doing a bunch of shit to clean up this mess that I had, all at the same time. So we speed up till now. It took me about several years to clean up this mess. I mean, to totally clean it up, to where as though I'm in a real comfortable position right now, as far as that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm still uncomfortable, but I'm comfortable. You know? And as far as knowing that I just got only me and my girl, you know what I'm saying, to worry about, and my daughter if she need help, and my grandson, you know what I'm saying, I got them to worry about, you know, if they need help or something like that. But other than that, yeah, I ain't got no other like bunch of baby mamas and shit out here, or a bunch of motherfucking unnecessary bills and shit like that. I keep everything in house. I pay my family. You know what I'm saying? If I need something done, if my daughter could do it, I pay her to do it. I keep the money in the family. One thing that we have to understand and that we have to know is that on some real shit, that's what we need to start doing, is taking the money that we, whether you need a babysitter, you know what I'm saying, or somebody, and pay your family. All you people out there that work a whole hell of a lot, pay somebody in your family to work for you at your house. Keep the money in the family. Because when you do that, you actually create jobs. Even though you're going to work, you can pay them some money. Don't have them do that shit for free. Pay them. You always got to pay somebody for their time. You understand what I'm saying? That's what, you know, we practice group economics like that. You want to pay them people. Because when you do that, you know what I'm saying, you exercise your muscle as being a businessman, as being a negotiator. And you are developing, you know what I'm saying, your skills as one day being a fucking boss or whatever. And like I said, being a boss means you have to take the risk. You're a problem solver. It doesn't mean that shit that everybody be looking at. Being a boss means that, yeah, something fuck up, you gotta solve it. You know what I'm saying? Your people need money, you gotta provide that for them. Whatever investments and shit like that, if you oversee money or if you help people make money, you gotta help people make decisions. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to be accountable for various different shit. I tell you like this, if I'm running a squad or a team, or I got people working for me or whatever, I'll take the risk before I let you take the risk. Because you either working for me or we partners. And we running, you know, the position, you know, whatever position that we running, you know, I'm gonna run my shit to the fullest. But if I'm in control of various different situations, I'm gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, that I look out and that I put 110% in and make sure that I'm fully accountable and responsible for my part and my end on whatever needs to be handled. And that's what bosses do. We're governors. We come in to make sure. When I was a manager, my people ain't had to worry about a whole bunch of bullshit because whatever the general manager, whatever problem that the store had, the general manager had to be there. Or the general, or the captain, or whatever you want to call him. So I know how to take orders just as well as follow them. And that's another thing too, niggas have a problem with that. You got to earn your motherfucking stripes. You know what I'm saying? And niggas talk about they earn their stripes. Nah, motherfuckers ain't earn shit. They want the title, but they don't want to go through the drama. And that's not good. That's totally not good. You know? Like I said on the last video, today, right? I looked in my closet. You know, I'm about to do inventory again for this month. So let me tell you, what I did was that I made a list of everything last month, of inventory, of all the inventory that we needed, well, of all the things that we needed. So this month, I got the list already. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at any like holes that need to be plugged in the house for anything that we need. And the cost shouldn't be that much this month because we've been good on inventory. You know, it should be like $85 because we keep the house stacked and packed. Now, on this one, since we did do that, that's money left over where I can roll that shit over into the phone bill. You understand what I'm saying? Roll that shit over into the phone bill. The thing is, every month you want to be able to save $500 to $600, and you can do that. That inventory plate comes in handy. Most black households don't take inventory. They do a whack-ass grocery list, but they don't make a list of everything in the motherfucking house. And they don't pay attention. They don't scrutinize and go through everything in the house that's needed, from soap, you know what I'm saying, to cleaning products, to hair products, to fucking maxi pads, to whatever the fuck it is. Dish bottles that y'all bitches use or whatever, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. You gotta go through all of that, yo. How many times you wash, you know what I mean? You gotta wait all of that shit. All of that shit you pay money for. All of it. Every single fucking dime. And so your count will be motherfucking right. You understand what I'm saying? There shouldn't be no fucking reason why, you know, that you short on your motherfucking rent. Shouldn't be no reason. All that shit's supposed to be calculated and factored in. You want to keep, for anybody, if you got two couples in the house, if it's two couples in the house, yo, you know what I'm saying? The bill shouldn't be no more than about, if it's two couples and y'all both got nice jobs, no more than $4,500. No more than $4,500 fucking dollars. That's if you live in a house. No more than $4,500. If you live in an apartment, $2,500. $2,500. No more than $2,500. And I say that because that's the base level. Especially when you live in an apartment. Average apartment nowadays is like what? I say about $15,000 a year. You split the rent in half. Now, if your woman happen to make money, more money than you, woman or man, you know what I'm saying, then you build your wall. You know what I'm saying? Whoever make the most, put up both of their checks. And then y'all live off the secondary income that's in the house. That's how you build that wall. So whoever make the most or whatever will pay for everything first. And then whoever make the less, run it up secondary. You know what I'm saying? My woman, she makes a little bit more than me. So what happens is that she takes her money, make sure everything is paid up, and I take my money and run that shit right back into her pockets. So that way that she's never broke. Basically, I got it set up where my income is residual income. Like I'm a tenant, you understand what I'm saying? So we set it up like that. And that's automatic, you know what I mean? That's definitely automatic. Every piece of profit that I make, I break off a certain percentage and I put that shit up. So, you know, when it's time, you know what I'm saying, to pay the till, this shit is there. But niggas don't be thinking like that. They don't. I cut out certain different shit. Far as eating out, cut that eating out shit out. Y'all motherfuckers need to start cooking at home. Y'all ain't too cute to fucking cook at the house, yo. And take your lunch to work. You save money from that shit too. Take your lunch to work. If you see me swaying back and forth, this is me mopping the floor. I'm at work right now, talking to y'all. But yeah, that's how you also save money too. This month, I done saved like several $100s. Several $100s that I ain't gotta spend. So guess what? That shit, you know, we done saved $700. I'm putting that shit right back into the house. That's how you do it. And next thing you know, if you keep doing it like that, shit will eventually pay for itself. And you ain't got shit to worry about, yo. Like I said, we all got to be accountable. It's a lot of people out there that's not keeping it real with themselves. You know, look at your list. If you live in an apartment and your bills is over $6,000, you understand what I'm saying? Your ass is fucked. You fucking up. If you got a bunch of credit cards and all that shit, debt all that shit. Cut out anything in the house that's snatching extra interest out of your pockets. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck those bank accounts. Why would you pay another nigga to hold your money? Now, I can see if your job is attached to your shit. Oh, that's cool, that's fine. But mark a certain amount in there. I wouldn't keep no more than about $3,000 in the bank. Other than that, find some other places where you can store your goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, cut up all of my fucking credit cards. Fuck them credit card companies. They don't do shit. They don't do a motherfucking thing. All they do is make money off of the money that they loan you. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get into a habit of cutting a lot of shit out. Cut the fat off the muscle. You know what I'm saying? Pay down the student motherfucking loans. Cut out the credit cards. You know what I'm saying? If you are purchasing a fucking vehicle, either work an extra job and pay the vehicle off. And what I mean by this, if your car note is like $400 something, right? Send them niggas $600 to beat out the interest. Send them niggas more than what's required. If you have a problem doing that, pick up an extra job and do that shit for about a year and pay the car down. Hurry up and pay it off. You understand what I'm saying? Straight up. If you cannot pay for the shit in cash, don't fucking buy it or purchase it. I'm gonna tell you straight. My piece came, cut out all them other extra entities, young. I keep everything fucking in-house. Fuck them all. Fuck every last one of them. Can't nobody capitalize off of you if you don't spend your money on them. Really look at that. Can't nobody capitalize off of you if you don't spend your money on them. That's the name of the game. The name of the game is hold your motherfucking money. Put your money into your crib, your house, your home, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever bitch, nigga you building your life with, put it into that. You need a babysitter? Hire some of them relatives that ain't doing shit. Create a job for them. Little cousins and shit that need to make money. That's family. Then you ain't got to worry about your kids being around people who you don't know. You cut that out. Buy used cars instead of paying fucking car loans. And they even raping you more when you lease the motherfucking car. Really look at these financial fucking words that these people be saying, man. Because I think a lot of you niggas don't understand the language. We are all accountable. A motherfucker can honestly take some shit from you, especially if he don't know that you know what I'm saying? If he knows that you don't understand what the fuck is going on and he can sound good to you. Fuck them car dealership motherfuckers. Ain't no fucking way in hell. Somebody tell, oh, well, you could just pay this shit off in 59 months. Do you know how many years? Do you know how many 12 going to 59? Number one, if it ain't got nothing to do with making your money more or making more money, cut it out. Take it out of the house. Chop up your credit cards. Fuck them. If you're in credit card debt, consolidate them bitches and pay them bitches straight the fuck off. Put all of them on one and pay them straight the fuck off and don't fuck with them no more. Use the prepaid load cards so that way you know what type of value that you want to load on your shit. You understand what I'm saying? And you can monitor and regulate your money like that. Start controlling y'all finances, bro. Because I'm going to tell you, the shit is coming down the pipe. So I'm letting y'all niggas know that right now, that we are responsible for managing our money and our resources. These motherfucking people talk all this bullshit about black folks this and black folks that. Well, motherfuck them. Let's take our money out of that shit. We ain't got to purchase and buy they shit. Let's hit them where it fucking hurts at. Let's hit them where it hurts at. Okay, nigga, you talking shit? Well, fuck your spaghetti head ass then. Don't have to spend my money with you. I don't. That's it. And guess what? It hurts them because they just lost a potential fucking customer. So that's how that worked. So, today, how to manage your money, part 4. We talked about cutting out the access, credit card companies, car rental companies, and getting loans from these banks. Fuck them. You just better off saving up the money. See, when you save up the money, you ain't gonna do nothing stupid because you know how long it took for you to save that shit. So you ain't gonna do nothing stupid with that shit. But anyway, I'm going on 35 minutes. I'm gonna do a part 5. I try to do these money management joints when I get inspired. That was I cut everybody off. If it ain't had nothing to do with me making money, I cut it off. If it ain't making me money, I don't fuck with it. It's not a potential asset, it's a fucking liability. Cut all liabilities off. You know what I'm saying? The banks and niggas that don't account for shit too. Cut them off. Cause motherfuckers keep sucking your blood and taking money from you and shit, and they don't give a shit. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck them all. Let the paramedics sort them out. If I had it my way, trust me, it'd be a lot of fucking bodies laid out. Anyway, this is Lee Major signing off. Until next time, peace and love, y'all. Hold your motherfucking money. Put it back into your households and into your families, where it should go. I'm out.